Uh, Sagittarius singles, if you're watching this, what this is for. This is our four pillars read. This is for the second half of March, guys. Saggies, I'm a Sag. Sun, Mercury,
Sí.
Mars, and Jupiter, so super Sag. You got a four plant stellium. I think that qualifies. You also got Sun, Moon, and Virgo, and along with Saturn, and you're super Virgo.
Sí. Sorry for you.
Lucky me, man. Yeah. So this is for anyone that's completely single. I should call it the completely super single read. And what we're trying to pick up on is someone you haven't met yet, who the universe wants you to hook up with because it's for your greatest good. So it's not a mistake. It's not a problem. It's not a future ex person. It's going to be the right one. And so we're going to try to find them and identify them with this reading. Four pillars. And we'll shuffle a little bit more, which are the emotional, intellectual, sexual, and lifestyle compatibilities. Forming the four pillars of the table.
Sí.
And we get solid like this one. So yeah, we're at the pool and at the visa. Hopefully you'll hear all right. So we'll finish
Sí.
up.
Okay, let's go
We're
to
ready.
start.
Okay.
Okay. This is the person
Emotional,
emotional, intellectual,
intellectual,
sexual, no?
yeah, sexual, world, the tower, wow,
And
the lifestyle, or
lifestyle.
I also see the lifestyles can be like read as core values too, and stuff. Especially in terms of the four pillars, that it's about lifestyle, core values. Um, and remembering now, this is your person. You cleared the runway. Um, there's your person flies down. You meet them. What we're going to try to do is identify them like you're out on a date. How are we going to know them? So emotionally, um, with the moon and the magician, you're watching tarot reading. So this person's out there. This person's an empath, a psychic. Like if they're telling you this, they're not like bullshitting. And so also like extremely empaths like screaming empath, extremely sensitive person, sponge. Um, so I'll tell you right off the bat, they're not gonna want like negativity and drama and stuff because they would just get sick physically probably real quick. So very a receptive person. Emotionally, they're I would say like you could say the total package. With the moon here, I don't see any of the hidden things. It could be like a Cancer moon. But emotionally, they're very good at their manifestors. This
Sí.
person might they could tell you, here's how to manifest in detail and do it. Okay, so they can make things happen. And that's because of this emotional connection they have. That's very strong and kind of deep, esoteric. Probably since childhood, I bet this was a person who was sensitive, in a psychic way, somehow, yeah.
Okay.
And
Now we go to
mentally,
the.
in their intellect, um, very difficult. This one, the Ten of Swords and the Queen of Wands. I need to just clarify one. I always think of doing this reading, and now you get the next sword. So intellectually, there's someone I think who could be very like dynamic and like original and outspoken and confident in their intellect. It's kind of a fire energy, so like a Sagittarius Mercury, like Sag Mercury, Gemini Mercury too could be that's air, but someone that's very fast thinking too. Very
Increíble, ¿no?
like yeah, and this is someone like intellectually speaking, you're gonna be talking, and they already think probably do know like what you're gonna say. and they just maybe talk over you and jump ahead because they probably do, and that maybe is what this Ten of Swords is.
Maybe.
In the Ace of Swords. So really get in this someone that puts their foot in their mouth. You heard that?
No,
Like
not
someone
I
that puts
cannot
their foot in
understand.
their mouth, and
Uh-huh.
that's a Sagittarius thing.
Mm. Food in your mouth?
Putting your foot in your mouth, speaking real fast and saying
Ah.
something awkward or
Mm.
inappropriate.
This
You
is why
know,
put the people in this
in
position,
this
no? Hurt
position,
the
especially
feelings
now
of the other person.
with the Ace of Swords here. Um, but they're a very capable person and very fast thinking person. But I mean, there's an element of self sabotage. Now, remember, this is your person. Nobody's perfect. I always say that here. We're describing a real living person in flesh and blood here. This is not a theoretical person. We're trying to find them, and um, you know. So I think you would see this even in the way they interact with you. At some point, if you were on a couple-hour date or something, and really getting to know them, because it'll be your person. So we're going to assume that when you do connect with them, you're going to want to spend a little time, and you are interested in them, and you start telling your stories and stuff. So you would see this kind of self-sabotaging behavior, and it may just be from like another thing comes to mind. This is someone who says what's on their mind. Like some people do that. Like Scorpio energy, like they're not going to say what's on their mind. But this person, like just whatever's on their mind, like a kid almost, probably like spit it out. And say, hey, you know what I'm thinking? You know. And there comes the Ten of Swords and the inappropriate whatever follows often, particularly in today's world. So
Okay.
sexually, you've got the World and the Tower. Um, I would say this is like the Tower here to me is bringing in some of that kinky energy and stuff because this is the sexual position. In the World, it's like they can really bring it, you know. So sex to them is like really serious, and there's gonna be like a dark edge to it. And this is nothing too bad because this is your person, but there could be handcuffs involved. Let's put it like that. You know, and they're probably very experienced sexually. You know, again, not a judgment, not a bad thing. It's like, you know, if you're going to get married, why not have someone that has a lot of experience in marriage? You know, get someone who's been married 3 times. You don't want someone who's never been married. What do they know about marriage, babe?
Nada.
Right. So sexually, you want a virgin. You want somebody that's been around the world.
Pues sí, tiene some experiencia.
Right. Leave it like that.
Sí.
Hard to tell till you go there.
Okay, now this is the
Lifestyle.
lifestyle.
And
It's the Seven of Swords and the Ace of Wands.
this is core value stuff. How do you want to live stuff? Where do you want to live? How do you want your life to be? You know, yeah. So you want a partner, but how do you want you and your partner to exist on Earth? You know. So Seven of Swords. They don't want people to know their business. Um, you know, I gotta say it. This person could be a swinger, sexual swinger.
Maybe like this one. Pues sí.
Or just they're open,
lovers.
very well, or they're very open-minded. So again, I'm talking about lifestyle. So you in core values, you want them to line up in some way. But remember, this is your person. So if you're kind of not open to that, so and they're also this might be a person who they really they may do something like where they don't want people to see their actions. I mean, you know, somebody's a CIA agent. You know, somebody's a undercover police officer. You know, it could be something like this. You know, or a private eye or something. You know, but I think in terms of lifestyle, and they're not. There's someone that has a very with this Ace of Wands. Well, I'll tell you like this: when you're talking to them, you ask them this question: what are your core values? What do you want from life? How do you want to live? they're going to have a really specific, strong, passionate answer. So essentially, if that's not how you want to live, then they're not your person, because I don't see them wanting to change this. And they spend a lot of energy thinking about this. This is hypervigilance too, like I have, many people have. So they may spend a lot of time like thinking things through, their actions through, and this could be almost like a computer, tick 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 tick. Everything they're always like Jason Bourne in that movie, you know. It's like, I don't understand it, but there's 15 license plates, and I know all the numbers, and I memorize, and I know I'm left. Yeah, they're a little bit like that, you know. Maybe where they're thinking like that all the time, in terms of their lifestyle. And they may have some kind of lifestyle that reflects this, you know. I think they're a little different, you know, in what they do. So, I don't know. Let's know, Sag.
Okay.
You know, if
See?
that describes your person, right? And thank you.
Bye.